So what's up everybody, and welcome back to the channel. Today, I'll tell you about a big decision we had to make. That's about this guy right here. Not her, but him. If you guys don't know, that's Skywalker. That's our first calf that we had here on the farm about almost 7 months ago now. And if you've been following along, you can see that those two, they're back together now. Why? Because he's officially weaned. He's officially weaned. I let him out yesterday, watched him. Didn't go near mama, well, at least her udders, but he likes to hang out by her because, you know, that's his mama. But the decision that we have to make is, he's a little bull calf. Are we going to keep him as a bull, or is he going to become a steer? Well, that's a decision that we're going to have to make, like now. And you can see these two don't look like the rest of them at all. There's one more in here that looks a little bit different, and that's her sister sheep. Everybody else has big old horns on them because they're longhorns. You see, we got Dolly and Sheep, which are the two non-longhorns here. We got them as heifers, and we got them just to kind of diversify and just see, okay, is longhorn the direction that we really want to go? And the answer is yes, but just have a little bit of diversity because that's always a good thing. Now, when we bought them, Sheep and Dolly were not supposed to be pregnant. Confirmed that's not true. Why? Because of him right there. Because 8.5 months after we got her, he came out. So she was just over 6 months old, and she actually bred to my friend's bull who I got her from. And was like, whoa, just surprised at first, kind of a cool thing. And then I got to thinking. Okay, I got to thinking, I wanted to see how he was going to grow up. I wanted to see how she was going to be as a mama, and I just wanted to see how they were doing. And the reality is that she's been a great mama. You know, she gave birth at, I believe it was like 14 and a half, 15 months old, which is way young for a heifer. I mean, they can handle it because she can. Look, obviously she can, but it's not ideal. Realistically, you'd want to wait till they're 13, 14, 15 months old, somewhere in there, before, you know, you get them bred, and then they calve right around their 2nd birthday. Well, that wasn't the case, and we got a little freebie here, and that's Skywalker. And you might wonder why we call him Skywalker. That's because he was born on May the 4th. So, you only saw it fitting, he's Skywalker. Mama, Dolly, is Charolais Brangus, which means Angus and Brahma mixed, okay, with the Charolais. Daddy, he's a Brangus bull. He's a Brangus bull, that's his daddy. And it's a really good bull that my neighbor has, and the birth weights on him, on his calves, all super low. That's why I think Dolly was able to handle him. That's why I think Dolly was able to, you know, be as successful raising that little guy up as she was. Hey baby. Hey. And since he was basically a freebie, we weren't planning on him. We weren't planning on him at all. But now this gives us options. Oh look, speaking of which, there's the sister right there. There's Sheep, and she is big. Her belly is big. She's going to be giving us a little calf here shortly. As gentle as can be, he's going to go meet our other bull there. That's Jordan. Get it? Because he's a bull. Haha. So those are 2 bulls right there. Now, are we going to have 2 bulls? For the size herd that we have, 2 bulls aren't necessary. We are looking to expand it. We are looking to, you know, grow out more. But 2 bulls could be interesting. Why? Because everybody else in here is full-blooded longhorn, including Jordan, our bull. And now I've been doing some research for a while. And one of the crosses that people like to do with longhorns is a Charolais longhorn cross with a Charolais bull and longhorn cows. And what comes out is a really pretty good looking cross. It's technically a beef breed, but it carries over a lot, if not all, of the longhorn genetics, which, if you don't know longhorn, they're the hardiest, they're the easiest keepers, they eat the most diverse diet. Why? Because how they came to be. Nature really created the longhorn, and that's why, you know, they have the long horns to be able to fend off the predators. When they broke out after the Spanish brought them over, all the way on Christopher Columbus's 2nd voyage, they had to fend for themselves. So they're parasite resistant, they're disease resistant, you know, they basically never ever get pink eye. I mean, there's so many benefits to them. And then the longhorn beef is, go do the research, but it's like the healthiest that you can possibly eat. Now the one drawback on them is that they take a little bit longer to grow out. They just take a little bit longer. And then secondly, I see it as a pro, some people see it as a con. Their beef is very lean. Now, do I know how lean? No, we haven't processed any longhorns yet. They're due in this probably next July. I think is the first processing date. So we'll see how they finish out. Everything that I've read, the people that I've talked to that do a grass-fed Longhorn beef program say it all depends on how you finish them out, and that's a whole separate video. And I think that we're gonna be looking really, really good and tasting really, really, really good. But the one thing that I would change on these guys is that they would finish out just maybe a little bit faster, because it takes 28 to 30 months to finish one out compared to a beef breed. It's around 24 months, and that extra time, it adds up, especially when you have a large herd. You might have to feed them hay maybe a third year. Again, that goes back to a whole different video about how we're going to finish these guys out and when we're going to process. Big deal too. But since we have a little bull that's not related to anybody here except for sheep and the mama, not related to any Longhorns at all, we could do a little bit of an experiment. Huh, dude? What if we bred Skywalker, who's a Charolais Brangus cross? So that means he's 3 different things to our Longhorns. What would that come out to be? I've searched the internet like you wouldn't believe, trying to find that specific cross. Can't find anything. Can't find anything at all. You're not a Longhorn. Get out of here. Yeah, they're all dirty and dusty now. Now, if you take sheep there, who is Dolly's sister, direct sister, same cross and everything, and she's bred to Jordan here, and like I said, gonna be coming probably pretty soon. We're gonna be able to see what that cross turns out to be of a Longhorn bull on a beef breed. And my thinking is that their baby's gonna come out really nice, and it might be a little bit of a hybrid between, okay, maybe it finishes a little bit faster, maybe it grows and puts on a little bit more weight, maybe it, you know, marbles just a smidge better, maybe it does that. And it has all the great, you know, genetics that the Longhorns have. Why wouldn't we go get a typical beef bull? Well, the reason why we wouldn't is because we have one here already. Or maybe the reason that we don't is because he's a little troublemaker and likes to get back in this little alleyway here. When we look at Skywalker and his parents, they check off every box. Look, Dolly bred at 6 months old, a little over 6 months old. That's actually kind of rare that it actually takes. And you know, she might come into heat. Most cows usually come into heat starting right around there. But for it to actually take, rare. So young fertility, that those genetics should be passed on to him. Check. Can they survive in this system? Absolutely. He grew out here. He grew on our grass. Well, minus the couple days over at my friend's farm. But can they survive in our system here? Yes, he was grown on our system. She's doing great. She was able to, you know, produce a lot of milk for him and took care of him perfectly. Now his size, he's small. Now we want him to put on weight as quickly and as healthily, is that a word? You guys get what I mean, as possible. But we don't want big ginormous cows, because everywhere you look, the research behind it says that 2 1,000-pound cows will eat the same as 1 1,500-pound cow. So you can get 500 pounds of more beef by going with the smaller cows. That's a good thing. It means that we can be more efficient here. And when you look at his size, he's actually pretty small for being almost 7 months old. He'll be 7 months old on December 4th. But when you look at him, he's a chunk. He is a little chunk of meat, aren't you? He's pretty wide, he's pretty long, but he's not very tall, which is great, because, you know, the less amount of leg on him, the better. So that checks off another box. The last box that, you know, I really want to look at is, besides pigs, bulls are the #1 cause of injuries on farm. So any kind of high-strung animal, they gotta go. It doesn't matter how good they look, it doesn't matter anything besides, you know, are they gonna hurt me? If I feel like they're gonna hurt me at any point, they're gone. Well, Skywalker in the weaning pen, just gentled down to like a dog. Go up to him and you can rub him a little bit, he'll smell you, he'll lick you, he's really sweet. So temperament-wise, check. So if you haven't figured it out by now, he's checked off all the boxes. So we're gonna keep him. Well, more specifically, he's gonna keep him. I'm actually pretty excited to see how this experiment goes. I mean, it's gonna be a while. It's gonna be a long while before we get any results from it. But, you know, that's farming. You know, everything takes a long time. Anything worthwhile doing, you know, takes a little while. It's worth the patience. So we get a little freebie bull that's grazed in our system, low birth weight, thrives, gentle as can be. You know what? We're gonna try this. Now, does that mean that Jordan's going somewhere? No. Jordan's sticking around for very, 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 very long time, especially if he produces calves like we think that he's gonna produce, because he checks off every box as well. But going back to what I said is that I haven't found anybody that has done those 4 breeds in a cross. at all. I've looked it up. I've searched like the 20th page of Google. Can't find anything. You can find longhorn Charolais. That's somewhat common, okay? Charolais, some people love them, some people hate them, some people think they're crazy, some people think they're too big bone, some people whatever, okay? They have their pros and cons. But my thinking is that what if, bear with me, what if, this is a long-term thing, we could create our own breed of cow that is half longhorn, you know, a quarter Charolais, an eighth Angus, and an eighth Brahma. A lot of people like to do the Brahma Angus because the Brahma, they're more heat tolerant, and the Angus, they put on weight pretty good. But what if that we can enhance that with the longhorn genetics? You know, with the Charolais, you know, and I think any diversity that you can get is a good thing, especially when they're out of, you know, when they're out of good cows. And both the Dolly and Sheep, great cows. Dolly obviously gave us a great calf. Sheep is looking like she's going to give us a calf, you know, probably, I don't know, maybe in the next month or so, somewhere in there, 4 or 6 weeks, hopefully, cross our fingers, because she's looking big. Because what if we could get the best of both worlds, you know, the longhorn side and the beef breed side? I mean, when you look at dogs, when you combine and mix them, the more mixes that you do, the healthier they are. The more registered that they are, the more, you know, purebred that they are, the sicker they get. What if it's the same thing with cows? It could be. I'm a mutt. You know, what if we can create our own mutt of cows, which is pretty cool. It just does great on grass. It does great in our system. It does great for us around here. It does great in this environment. I'm gonna try it. It's worth a shot. My thinking is it's worth a shot. Now, is that our #1 goal, to create our own breed of cow? No, it's not. It's to find the best cows that do the best in our system, that put on the best weight, that taste the best, and aren't going to hurt me. But just what if those 4 breeds of a cross turn out to be the best thing in the world, the best breed of cow? Hey, you know what? That's a byproduct and something that we can slowly build towards. Will it work? I have no idea. Could it work? Yeah, it could definitely work. Will it take some trial and error? Probably. Is it something that we're going to absolutely shoot for? No, but if it happens, it could happen. So, little buddy, you're getting pardoned, at least for a while, and we're going to see if you can turn into something really special for us, and, you know, maybe, just maybe, you could be the base of a whole new breed of cow. If you want to see how it turns out, again, long-term project, hit that subscribe button down below, ring the notification bell so you get notified when we put up new videos, hit the like button because it really does help with the YouTube algorithm, drop a comment if you like. All right, until next time, see ya.